Hey, is this Max?
Yes, of course it's Max.
It's a famous Max. Okay, this is a famous Max. Great. This is James. I'm with a magazine called Rad Cyrusine. How you doing?
Yeah. Good, man. Just whooping my boy's ass from Halo.
Great, man. So you're in Seattle right now, correct?
We are in... I think we're in Portland.
Oh, serious?
Yeah,
okay.
Portland.
So you're not too far away from me. Well, great. How's the tour going right now?
Actually, tours are going really good, man. Surprisingly well. It's been pretty awesome. Sold out shows. Everyone's kind of getting along real good. It's dope, man. Super dope.
So what's been the highlight of the tour so far? I mean, what has been one of your favorite moments of this show, of this tour so far?
What's that?
So what has been the your favorite part of this tour so far? I mean, what was the highlight so far on this show?
You know, it's every night we every night after the Falling in Reverse set, me and my drummer and my set come out. We do it's half Falling in Reverse, half Escape the Fate, and we go up and do a couple old school Escape the Fate songs, and kids just go ape shit over that. And honestly, it's cool. We do it every night, but you know, every single night the kids are so excited. Like, I feel like they pretty much like wait the whole show to see that almost.
So you right now, I mean, I know Escape the Fate has seemed to have gone through a lot of, different lineups and all this. What is currently your standing with the band? I mean, what are you currently in the band, or?
You know, this is only my second tour back with the guys, and you know, they call me up, you know, going to do a little bit of a rough patch right before the Five Finger Death Punch tour.
Yes.
And you know, they basically were like, "Well, hey, man, you know, I haven't seen you in a while, haven't talked to you in a while, you know, besides sharing that online. But you know, we heard you're doing good. We've been keeping track of you and this and that, and you know, we're going through some shit and fucking, you know, talk to, you know, Craig and hit me up. He's like, can I talk to all the guys?
Yes.
We'd love to have you back if you're down.
Okay.
You know, really help us out." I was like, "Well, for sure, man, of course, you know, like fucking, the band is like my baby, you know what I mean?"
Yeah, yeah.
And so I came out for the Five Finger tour, and it went so well that, you know, they're like, you know, how would you like to just fucking, you know, come back? Well, actually, you know, they were like, from the get-go, they're like, you know, we'd love to fucking have you back for sure. Like, right after, you know, we did rehearsals together.
Yes.
We all kind of looked at each other, and they're like, you know, this just feels right. Like, this is how it's supposed to be.
Good, good. So the chemistry, so right now the chemistry is actually very good at the band, and everyone's getting along great and all that.
Oh yeah. Good. Yeah, it's crazy actually. The whole band, we were all just playing video games together. Right now, we're all just playing Halo, which is something that you know, we did at the beginning, but for the longest time, is the band. The band became more of like it had more of a business relationship than a like we lost our relationship as friends, and we actually like enjoying to be around each other. But you know, ever since, you know, TJ joined the band, and you know, me and TJ were always cool, and like we never had any hard feelings towards each other. And then when, you know, when I came back, like me and him broke down a whole lot, and you know, I mean, me and Craig, I've known Craig for, you know, since right after the first album. Craig joined, so me and Craig have always had that relationship. And you know, seeing Robert, I've known Robert since he was 14, and then the guitar player we have right now, Kevin Thrasher, you know, we've all known him since we were touring the first album.
Okay.
So it's crazy. We've all been around each other. We've all played music together for so long, and it was just kind of one of those things where it was like, you know, we all came together, and it was like, wow, this is how it should have been since the beginning. Like, holy shit.
Great. Do you still? I don't know. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but do you still keep in contact with Rad Key at all?
What's that?
You still keep in contact with Rad Key at all?
Yeah, you know, I did the alternative press interview with him, and, you know, I flew out to LA, because I was getting clean in Ohio.
Yeah.
And I flew out to do the alternative press interview with him, and it was like, you know, it was like no time had passed. We picked up right where we left off.
Great.
You know, we hang out every day on this tour. It's great. You know, we sit and joke, and we've always got a camera on us. I mean, it's crazy. It's like, you know, Max and Ron, you're at it again.
Good. So how long have you actually been with the band at this point? I mean, I know, like I said, you were in and out for a while. You just currently just started with them on this tour, or?
Well, I started the band with Ronnie when I was 16 or 17 years old.
Yes.
And I recorded, every album except for the Ungrateful album.
Okay.
And I left late 2011 during the Uproar tour, and I came back probably 4 months ago. So I was gone for, almost 2 years.
Okay. Okay. So, being in the music business, I mean, what made you actually want to really get into doing this kind of stuff?
When I was younger, I wanted to be an actor, so that's what I thought my calling was. And
yes.
I've done theater all throughout middle school, elementary school, high school. I was always going to dance theater classes and stuff, and that's what I wanted to be. But my uncle played me guitar when I was in 7th grade. And, it sounds kind of funny, but even as a kid, I would always, stare at myself in the mirror and, sing along the songs and stuff like that, and, do acting stuff or play air guitar in the mirror. And I just always knew, because, growing up, I moved around a whole lot, so I really didn't have friends for too long, so it was always I'd spend countless nights, just me and my radio in my room.
Okay.
My radio was my best friend. I my CD collection, those were all my friends.
Okay.
And so, music just, I don't know, it sounds weird, but it spoke to me, I feel differently than it does, other people.
Good.
I just have this connection with it, I'm never alone because I have music.
Good. I mean, it's great to see someone who actually really is passionate with for what they do. I mean, it's great to be that no matter what it is, if you have the passion for it, it's going to make that much better music. And I believe you have that.
Thank you, yeah.
In the beginning, I mean, what inspired? I mean, what kind of music or artists actually inspired you to want to get into doing this?
Honestly, I would say I was in 5th grade, and I had just moved out to. I just moved to Nevada from Ohio.
Yes.
And I was living in a small town right outside of Las Vegas called Pahrump.
Okay.
And I had got my first Motley Crue record, and I got it because the album cover was really cool, and it was this album called The Decade of Decadence. It was kind of like a greatest hits for them, and my first song Motley Crue song I ever heard was Shout at the Devil.
Oh, yeah.
After that, Marilyn Manson's Antichrist Superstar came out, and I heard Beautiful People on the radio, and I saw the video on MTV too, and I just lost my mind between those two artists and those two things. I was like, oh my gosh, these two people make me feel invincible. These two people, or these two artists are everything that I'm not, that I want to be, or that I feel like I need to, fit in or be cool or whatever. And it was just, those two things, those two people, really inspired me to just do what I want to do and just follow my heart and be like, wow, this just feels right. Singing this stuff just makes me feel great.
Good. What was it like, you guys toured a lot. I mean, what was it like to get up there on stage for the first time, looking over a large crowd, and was it overwhelming for you?
It's crazy because I used to always get nervous before shows. And,
okay.
Even to this day, there's a small amount of nervousness that goes along with it. But
yeah,
it's weird. It's the bigger the crowd, the more comfortable I am in front of all of them. I can speak to a huge crowd of people and all that. The bigger the crowd, it honestly is the easier it is to deal with it all. It's phenomenal. I remember the first time we were in front of a big crowd. Truly, really, really big crowd. It was probably, we went to Australia, but when we were doing festivals over in Europe, and those were some huge fucking crowds. And I just remember that moment going on stage. I think we were in Belgium, and it was just a sea of people, and a couple places in Australia as well. And I was like, wow, guys, to think, we started in the garage playing for our drummer's neighbors, and now here we are, across on the other side of the world, playing for all these people that are singing along. It's just, that'll be a moment that I never forget. I'll take that to my grave.
Yeah, that has to be a good feeling to know that you've gotten to that point in your life.
Yeah, true was.
With music in general, at this point with your life, if someone was going to come up to you and say, "Hey, man, do you have any? What would you tell someone if they actually came up to you and asked you why they should get into music, or what would you say to them?"
I would say, I tell people, I'm like, well, this is one of those things. This is one of those like jobs where it's like it's more than just a job. It's more than just work. Like if you want to do this, like you can't. Because there's a lot of bands that come and go. There's a lot of bands that are around for an album or two and then they're done.
Yeah.
They don't even make it that long. They start touring. They're like, wait, this isn't for me. And it has to be one of those things where it truly is a lifestyle. Like, it's not just because you like to play guitar in your room or because you like to learn songs, you like to write riffs. Like, this is much more than that. Like, being a musician is a lifestyle. This is like, has to be your heart and soul, has to be your everything. Like, you have to be willing to make the sacrifice. And it's much more than that because it's something that you love. So, like, the sacrifices that have to be made, you have to be okay with because, like I said, it's a lifestyle. It's so much more than, it's so different than any other thing in the world.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I tell people, like, if you want it, you have to really want it. You have to live it and breathe it every day, and you have to want to, or else you're going to be miserable. I mean, I've known people that, that they love playing music, but they hate touring.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's the best part of it. Being dirty, not being able to shower, being able to, like, earn your keep by eating, salsa and chips and peanut butter sandwiches for the first couple of years. Like, that's part of it. Like, that was like the best part to me.
Yeah. Going up to Europe, I mean, I've talked to a few bands that have said this to me. Going over to Europe and touring over there, did you actually enjoy the food in Europe? Or I've heard some people say, the food was horrible.
Well, I like the food over here. The only place I really didn't like the food in was Germany. There's a lot of like sausage type stuff that they gave us for catering or that they had around there.
Yeah.
I'm not really big into a whole lot of like sausage or like pork or anything like that. I don't know, just not really into it. But the best food I've ever had was over in Italy.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it was fantastic.
Good. I mean, do you prefer touring overseas more than in the States, or?
Touring overseas is definitely different than it is touring in the States because the kids over, when you go overseas, it's so far in between that you get to go over there, and the kids, actually get to come out or whatever. But so it's like when you go over there, it's like they're just so super appreciative of like just your presence of being there for them. Like, they totally get it. And they're so stoked because they realize, like, the trek that it is to actually get over there, the cost just to be over there and be able to play for them. And they're truly grateful. So it's amazing. Like, I love touring overseas. Like, it's fantastic. Everyone just, they're stoked that you're there, you're stoked that you're there, and it's always a good time. Like, I don't think I've ever had a bad time overseas.
Do you think you have a bigger fan base overseas versus the United States? That's a tricky question because, kids will definitely come out in the States. Like, if you're an American band, you're touring American, like, they definitely come out. They want to see your band play and things like that. But I think just as a fan in general, like, it's a fan in the United States and a fan over Europe kind of takes on two different meanings if you're a band from another country. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like, like I was saying before, it's like they don't know when they're going to get to see you again, so like, they're going to make sure that they come out, they're going to learn every lyric to every song, and it's just, I don't know if the fan base is bigger, but, I mean, because you're an overseas band, like, they're going to make sure they're going to come out, and they're going to come out in large numbers for sure.
Oh, yeah. They're going to kind of appreciate it a little bit more than being a local type band in the States or whatever, wherever you're located at.
Yeah.
Well, Max, I am going to see you. It's on the 18th, actually, in Eugene. I'm truly looking forward to seeing you guys on stage. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm really looking forward to seeing your show. And definitely going to give you guys a good review. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to let you go for now, but I appreciate your time on this and give me a chance, an opportunity to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we should definitely meet up when you're out there, man.
Oh yeah, we should. I talked to Alexander. Alexander's your publicist, right?
I think so. You know, I'm still getting familiar with all the people at 11/7 and stuff like that, just because I'm the band that, you know, a new label for them and an extremely new label for me, since like I said, I just came back a few months ago. But sounds like to me.
Okay, man. Hey, you have fun in Portland.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for the interview.
All right, no problem. You take care of yourself. Bye.